Velocity TV begins now.
Welcome to a very fast Friday night of Full Velocity TV that we have coined here Friday Night Lights. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show here. Sim Addicts 360 sprint cars tonight here at the legendary Eldora Speedway in Rossburg, Ohio. Welcome aboard to Full Velocity TV live on Facebook, on YouTube, and Twitch TV. Phil Lacasse here, along with my broadcast partner, Mr. Too Tall Todd Stanton, back at the helm of the controls, and great to have my partner back here alongside tonight as well. So, get ready to rock and roll here, Todd. Qualifying in the bits here at Eldora. A pretty solid little field on hand for a 40-lap feature event. I think we're going to have some pretty good racing here. 360 sprint car style. Friday Night Lights on Full Velocity TV. How the heck are you?
Doing fantastic here this evening. Was waiting to get back here on Friday nights. It's been a little bit, I believe it's been a couple of weeks since I've been here over at Sim Addicts Racing on Friday nights between the moving and stuff that we have had going on over here, Phil. And last night got to miss the show completely too on Full Velocity TV, not because I wanted to, because I was at work until 10 p.m. last night. So it was fantastic to get back on the helm again, I should say, here on the controls and actually be able to broadcast with you once again.
Absolutely right. And for those that tuned in with us last night, the partnership with Full Velocity TV and Virtual Racing Network took another step as we had their programming live on our channel here last night. I joined our buddy Charles Wooten, so if you haven't gone back and tuned into the great show last night with the trucks at Las Vegas, you can absolutely do so. Great time at the Northwest Series last night over with VRN and Full Velocity TV, so great stuff to come. But we concentrate here tonight, Full Velocity, Eldora Speedway, Sim Addicts 360 Sprint Car Series qualifying, about complete heat racing action about to take to the racetrack. It looks like qualifying time's already up on the board here as we got about a minute left to go before this thing forwards on forward. Looks like number 55 of Robert Satterfield going to set tonight's quick time. A lap of 14.020, 14.046 for the number 91 car of Ernie Williams Jr., last week's winner here at the 360 Sprint Car Series. James Grace, third quick, a 14.059, 14.064 for the number 17 of Brett Rolls, and also an equal lap of 14.064 for Jack Clevenger aboard car number 11. So that's your Fast Five here in qualifying. It's been voted out over to heat racing session. So looks like, Todd, 2 heat races on the docket and a 40-lap feature event. It's going to go really fast here tonight for the Sim Addicts on our Friday night. So why don't you take it first? Let's have us do tonight's first starting lineup here for heat race number 1.
And the Heat Race 1 starting lineup. Starting on the pole, driving the number 55, that's Twisted Motorsports. Robert Satterfield aboard the number 55 machine. Outside of him, that is the 269, that's James Grace. Next row back, starting in the third starting position, that's Jack Clevenger aboard the 11, and Todd Litty, and the number 9 rolls off fourth. Rolling off in the fifth position, that's Raging Ron Piles aboard the number 68 machine, and Jonathan Smith rolling off sixth in the number 23. Rolling off seventh is Austin Griffey aboard the number 57 machine, and his dancing partner to the outside driving the number 28 machine, that's Dylan Hutchinson. And shotgun on the field driving the 199, that's Sean Bowers. Bowers aboard the 199.
That's a pretty good 9-car field right there. That's 9 really good fast race cars, 360 sprint car style. The Eldora Speedway, I think this racetrack is just made for have sprint cars on it. I think we're going to be in for a fantastic show this evening. Satterfield and Grace are going to be on your front row off of turn number 4 this time. Lights go out atop DIRacing.com pace car. The flash bulbs are kind of dim at the moment, but when we get toward feature racing, those things will be out there in a big way as well, and we'll get set to go here for heat racing action. 8 laps going to be the distance, and it's going to be awfully quick, so you don't want to go away, because you're going to miss a second of the action. You may miss an entire heat race at that juncture. So off of 3 and 4, Pace Truck is going to make that dive for cover. Going to put the field in the starter's hands. He'll look over Robert Satterfield and James Grace in the 269 on the outside of the front row. Crawling here off of 4. Pace Truck going to dive in. Started looking over the field. Green flag going up in the air. We're racing here at the Eldora Speedway. Satterfield going to lead the field in turn 1.
And Satterfield leading the field down into turn number 1. Here comes looks like the number 11 machine on the outside here, trying to get around James Grace, as he was around James Grace there momentarily. He's getting used to the car numbers here, Phil, as the 11 machine right now of Jack Clevenger running in that third spot. Raging Ron Piles in fourth, but it's James Grace in that second spot.
James Grace in second. Satterfield's 55 car out to the race lead. Now is so complete. Lap number 2, begin lap 3. Satterfield, Grace in the 11 of Clevenger. That's your top 3. You got Piles in the 68 now up to 4th. Ted Liddy, the number 9 car, currently running in that 5th spot. But Satterfield, the 55, he's got clean air. They're all single file out there. Now a race coming for second. Clevenger down to the inside of Grace off of 2.
And Clevenger took a dive down to the bottom side to try to get around the number 269 of James Grace. Grace still being able to hold it in the throttle on the top shelf of the speedway, trying to work that cushion up here early on in heat race number 1. We already got 4 laps remaining in this one, Phil. Going to be 3 to go here at the line for the number 55 of Robert Satterfield. The 269 of James Grace, the 11 machine now. Jack Clevenger has his hands full with the number 68 of Ron Piles. Piles right now running in that 4th spot.
Yeah, Raging Ron looking for room up high. He's going to dance to the top shelf of the speedway here through 3 and 4 this time. Maybe pull aside the 11 of Clevenger off the corner. Not having that steam there. Jack going to keep that thing glued to the low side. Still running third. He's trying to take the assault to the 269 of James Grace, who runs second. But our race leader, the number 55 of Robert Satterfield, this time off of Forton. He's going to see white flag in the air.
Yeah, that Twisted Motorsports number 55. Robert Satterfield down the back straight for the final time. Into turn number 3 and off of turn number 4. Picking up heat race number 1. It's going to be Satterfield and the 55 machine. Second going to go to James Grace. Third to Jack Clevenger. Ted Liette going to finish up in the 5th position. Ron Pyle is going to be sneaking there in the 4th position, the number 68 machine.
Good race of those guys out. Good 9-car field, 8 trips around. We have another group of, I believe, 9 cars ready to rock and roll here for heat race number 2. So let's take us through the lineup here for our final heat race of the night. On the pole, going to be car number 91. That is Ernie Williams Jr. And alongside in the 17, the Tennessee Tumbler, Brett Rolls. In row number 2, a rare appearance here to the Sim Addicts for driver car number 10. That is Skylar Brown. And alongside of Skylar, the 49, that is Jeffrey Herrick. In row number 3, the 21 of Scotty Edwards, the number 72 car of Kyle Moonen alongside. And in our 4th row, we find the number 515 of Chris Cox, the 4 of Action Jackson. Keith Jackson are rolling off of position number 8 and rounding out our field. Terry Landis aboard car number 61. He'll roll off of P9. So there you have it, Todd. 9 more drivers out there. This is a pretty stacked little field. All these guys out there tonight, the Sim Addicts, these are all quality race car drivers. This one's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to what it's going to look like here. You turn these guys loose for a 40-lap feature event. Strap yourself in, dude. It's going to be a lot of great rides here tonight.
Yeah, definitely going to be a lot of great rides with these guys, and seeing some different names I haven't seen in a very long time here on Full Velocity TV there, Phil, is like Skylar Brown. Brown is a guy that we quite a few, I'm going to say probably a year and a half ago, we got acquainted with him quite a long time ago. So it's different to see Skylar Brown back out there in a sprint car too, of the sorts. Usually see him in full fended frenzies, but Skylar Brown here going to roll off in that 3rd spot. But Brett Rolls, another one of our announcer guys that comes up here on Full Velocity TV. Nice to see him out there racing. I pretty much gave up my racing talents for the booth and the control guy there, Phil. So it's been a fantastic racing adventure for me, I should say, is being an announcer, and sometimes I get tongue-tied when I'm talking about it, because I thought it was going to be a racer here in the iRacing community, but now a broadcaster here so far. But we're getting ready to lay down the hammer here off of turn number 4. Green flags in the air. We're racing, and look at the start for the number 91 of Ernie Williams Jr. Already immediately to the top shelf of the speedway. Skylar Brown up to 2nd in that number 10 machine.
And I thought they got Brett Rolls sleeping on the start there. Top lane did not go at all. Rolls going to drop back to 3rd. Let Skylar Brown sneak around there in that 10 car. You're not going to give Skylar Brown any, open real estate. He's going to climb through it. But up front, it's still Ernie Williams Jr.'s 91 car leading Skylar Brown. The race is for 3rd. Rolls on the 17's got his hands full with Scotty Edwards' number 21 car. They're racing pretty hard there for third. Rolls is holding on, but Scotty's got a good fast piece. He's going to look to the low side this time off of 2.
And Scotty Edwards took a couple looks down to the bottom side here with Rolls. Now the gap is lengthened just a little bit, about 2 car lengths between those 2 drivers. But meanwhile, back up front, Skylar Brown down to the bottom side of the number 91 of Ernie Williams Jr. Not able to do anything down the back straightaway, but let's see if we can do something through turn number 3. Working over the bottom side of the speedway, not so fast here. It says the 91 of Ernie Williams up on the top shelf of the speedway. Just gets that forward bite off the corner fill, and it propels himself about 4 or 5 car lengths in front of the number 10 of Skylar Brown.
Well, I saw Ernie Williams Jr. do this last week in that 91 car as well. He laid waste to the field here at Addicts last week at the Knoxville Raceway, and it looks like he's pretty game here at Eldora tonight with Skylar Brown, a new competitor for him to hold off. Brett Rolls doing a great job right now at the 17, holding on for third. Scotty Edwards and Chris Cox. That is your current top 5 out there. We're already past halfway. We're already got 2 to go from the starter stand. Next time by Todd, we're already going to see white flag on the field for the 91 car of Ernie Williams. Skylar Brown's right there, 2 car lengths back and not going away.
Yeah, Brown now dives down to the bottom side, rolls into the fray, 2. Just coming in on that third spot is white flag in the air, down into turn number 1. Who's it going to be here for heat race number 2? The 91 holding on into turn number 3. Is Brown going to try it back down to the bottom, maybe pull a last-minute slider. Not going to be had off of turn number 4. The 91 taking down heat race number 2. That's Ernie Williams. Second going to be the number 10 is Skylar Brown. Brett Rolls, Scotty Edwards, and Terry Landis going to round out your top 5.
That was pretty good. 2 races right there. Ernie Williams got a good piece. So does Robert Satterfield in the number 25. And I'm looking forward to see what future racing's going to do for these guys. Coming up next here live on Full Velocity TV. Want to take a minute now. Thank our sponsors out there for allowing us to come over here tonight. And of course, we're going to talk about guys like our buddy Brendan Spadafora at SpadaforaFirearms.com. If you're looking to purchase a new gun, want to expand on an existing one, need some ammunition, whatever you may need, get a hold of Brendan now. SpadaforaFirearms.com is the hookup there. Give him a call. His number listed there as well. He'll take great care of you. Great guy. And you'll make a good friend there. He's a really good dude to talk to. Also going to thank our buddy Jeff Brown over at iRacing iFlag. You want to get one of those iFlags. They make a great addition to your sim racing rig. Get a hold of him now. Go over to iRacingIFlag.com. Contact Jeff Brown now. He'll hook you up. Also, a big shout out to our buddy Jim Revis over at Evil One Graphics, doing some awesome car wraps, and his shop has been busy like all these painters out there. Evil One Graphics, look them up on Facebook. They're not only good, they are evil. Also, a big shout to our buddy Jameson over at CNC Race Designs. He's doing some great wraps out there as well. Custom numbers going on his stuff also. You want to look the best in show while winning all the dough. Join Team CCRD today. Get a hold of CNC Race Designs and get those orders in. No, he's really busy. Also, big shout over to the guys over at DirtSeries.com. We'll be back with those guys next Thursday night here on the 28th of March. The Big Dog 100 registration open now. Lima Land Speedway here with the UMP Modifieds. I believe it's a small entry fee. Head over to dirt-series.com. Be a part of the great racing action with the Big Dog 100 coming up here on Thursday night. Also going to thank Tyler Blankenship over at Hanover Wrecker Service and our buddy Charles Rubin from the Virtual Racing Network, our partner in crime, as VR Ready to Full Velocity TV have partnered up ways, give a resource partnership, doing a lot of great things together. These great layouts we got all courtesy of Charles, and we appreciate all these guys doing some hard work for us here. So we turn our attention now to the Eldora Speedway, the Sim Addicts 360 Sprint Cars. About 2 minutes left of this warm-up. That gives us a great time, Todd, to take a break, take a quick minute, pay honor to this great country, the United States of America, and the playing of our national anthem. The national anthem here to get it started tonight, live on Full Velocity TV tonight, presenting the Sim Addicts here every Friday night with the 360 Sprint Car Series and the Battlegrounds tonight. Rossburg's, Ohio, legendary house that Earl built, the Eldora Speedway here. Going to be out here for 40 laps around, 18 drivers strong in these sprint cars, about to take to the racetrack for a awesome 40-lap feature event. Strap in for the wildest ride of your life here. Full Velocity TV out there live, Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Share it out there, guys. It is feature time for 40 laps around. So what do you say, Todd? We dive for tonight's starting lineup for our 40-lap main event.
And now, your starting lineup for Eldora Speedway, Rossburg, Ohio, Sim Addicts Racing League. Starting on the pole, driving the number 55, that's Robert Satterfield, and his dance brother outside, driving the number 91, that's Earl Williams Jr.
In row number 2 on the inside, aboard car number 269, that is James Grayson alongside. In the fast number 10, that is Skylar Brown.
Rolling off in the 5th, starting position, driving the number 11, that's Jack Clevender. And his dancing partner outside, the Tennessee Tumbler, driving the number 17, that's Brett Rolls.
Usually, sometimes a broadcaster moonlights as a race car driver. Some nights, that's the driver of car number 68. Rolling off from 7th, that is Raging Ron Piles. And on his outside, aboard car number 21, that is Scotty Edwards.
Rolling off in the 9th starting position, driving the number 9, that's Ted Liate in the number 9 machine, and Terry Landis rolls off 10th in the number 61.
Oh, Hutch rolling off from number 28 position, position 11 on the grid, that is Dylan Hutchison, and alongside on the 72, that is Kyle Moonen.
Rolling off in the 13th starting position, driving the number 199, that's Sean Bowers, and his dancing brother outside, driving the number 4 machine, that's Keith Jackson. Jackson aboard the number 4.
Jonathan Smith going to roll off tonight from position 15 aboard car number 23, and alongside the 515 is Chris Cox.
Rolling off 17th, driving the number 57, that's Austin Griffey, and outside of him, Jeffrey Herrick is the number 49, rolling off 18th.
So there you have it, folks. The flash bulb is ready to go off. 18 cars, 40 laps in Eldora. Pace car is in. Let's go racing. We're green in Eldora as we get that Satterfield machine in. Ernie Williams Jr., they're going to take it in turn number 1. They're side by side. Todd for second on back. 55 out in the lead. It's anybody's guess from there who's going to be second as they head off turn 4 to complete lap number 1.
Yeah, fantastic racing, different camera angles going through the speed turns here. The number 57 or 55 machine of Satterfield is your current race leader. Second is the number 91 of Scotty Edwards. Ernie Williams Jr. in the number 91 machine. Skylar Brown for 3. Fourth is James Grace aboard the number 269 machine. But that 91, Phil, like you said, he rode off into the sunset of Knoxville. He's trying something here early. You can see him switching different grooves to try to find something different that maybe the 55 don't have.
Maybe not, but yellow flag going to come out in the speedway. Yellow for the first time here at the Eldora Speedway. Caution on lap number 4 of 40, and just trying to look back, and I think he may have said Scotty Edwards' name, Todd, that maybe got his attention. I think he might have been involved in some hijinks here, and I think also the 199 of Sean Bowers may also have got a piece of this. So I think you got some stuff to show here with this replay. Back here, I definitely see one car go around. Can't tell the number, but might be something wild to show us for everybody.
This is one of those cases where Scotty Edwards fought the wall won. Through the corner, it just looks like the back end just barely touched it. Up over and down to the infield. He tries to get it going and smacks the inside wall. Scotty Edwards, probably not the TV time he wanted here tonight. That brings out the yellow flag in that number 21 machine.
No, and I'm glad I don't have the button pushed there, because, you never want to fight the wall, because the wall's going to win. And you know how the song goes. I won't sing it for you, but I'll do that off air, of course, because I'm known to randomly break into song at any given moment with any word. So I'll spare you. But Todd, on the other hand, as my director, can hit that little mute button he's got on the thumb, and he can sing to me all night long, which he is currently doing in my ear. So one day I hope he forgets to put that thing, because I want to hear the slinging he's got down there. But caution flag here, the Eldora Speedway working lap number 6, and I believe it's going to be a quick one. I think this time by, we're getting set to go back to green flag racing with Robert Satterfield and Ernie Williams Jr. on the front row, Skylar Brown and James Grace in the second row. Can you find 4 better sprint car drivers than that? Brett Rolls, Jack Clevenger, 2 really solid drivers on the third row as well. Off of turn number 4, green flag going to go back in the air. Satterfield going to take the advantage back into turn number 1. Ernie Williams stuck up high. Here comes Skylar Brown back to the bottom. 91 finds a hole. He shoots to the bottom lane. Ernie Williams Jr. up to the lead off of 4.
Slide job by the number 91 as he gets up to the lead there in front of the 55. Satterfield back down to the bottom side, trying to pull a slider of his own. Did not have the run. His yellow flag going to fly just as quick as that green flag came out there, Phil.
Yep, sure did. We know tonight it was going to be happening fast. And the cars are fast, the action's quick, and sometimes yellows get quite as quick with it as well. And I'm not exactly sure even where to point you on this one. Is I see a couple of cars starting to free fall down through the standings, and I see Jack Clevenger's name down there. I believe I also see Dylan Hutchinson at number 28. So I'm not a betting man, but I'm going to think those 2 guys, maybe Ted Light in the number 9 car, may also have a piece of this one.
Yeah, the number 9 and Ted Light, like you said, the 11 of Clevenger. Another car rolling down through there. Looks like the 28 machine. Oh man, look at this car. It's just you don't know what's going to happen here, as it looks like just something they got crossed over, and around goes the number 9. 9 comes up the track. 11 comes down, and they meet in the middle, and not going to work with open wheels. We have a flip count to 2. We also have a spinning guy that spun around like a top, but unfortunately, that was the number 28, I think, of Hutchinson. The number 11 also involved with Clevenger. The number 9 machine also involved in this one, Phil. So there was probably 4 cars involved in that one.
You spin me round, baby, baby, round, round. Oh, sorry. I shouldn't be doing that on air. Apologize for that. Yeah, we have a couple of cars there spinning around. Flip count at 2. And Todd's going to bring up roller skating. Todd, we like to not talk about that because the knees and the joints all still hurt from those days. And
I was roller skating in the 90s. Woo!
Yeah, well, we were doing it in the 80s, bud, so we'll let it go back. Well, it looks like we're getting ready to go back to green.
If you want to count the 80s.
Thankfully,
I was in the late 80s.
Williams Jr. now with the race lead over Robert Satterfield, Skylar Brown, Brett Rolls, and James Grace are top 5. 6th we find Terry Landis. 7th Action Jackson Piles, Griffey Moonin at number 72. That's your current top 10 as we go back to racing, and Todd can maybe save my sinking ship.
Yeah, back to racing. Ernie Williams Jr. out to the lead. The 55 of Satterfield running in that second spot. Skylar Brown down to the bottom. Side-by-side battle between Brown and Rolls for that third spot. Rolls now goes back up to the top shelf of the Speedway, almost 3 wide. The 4 down to the bottom. That is Keith Jackson, Action Jackson, as you call him there, Phil. It's the 17 Rolls still side-by-side with Skylar Brown. Now, meanwhile, up front, the 55 goes back down to the bottom side. Satterfield back down, trying to get around number 91 of Williams. Not going to be had off the corner there. We're at lap 14 of 40. It looks like Skylar Brown finally able to get a little bit of distance between himself and the number 17 of Brett Rolls.
Yeah, he certainly can. He's going to need that clear racetrack to make a run at these top 2 up front that are just a class of the field right now, with Satterfield up front. Ernie Williams there leading Satterfield. Skylar Brown in for 3rd. The race for 4th is a good one. Rolls of a 17 trying to hold off is that James Grace in the 269. Those guys are side by side off the corner. Sliders being thrown from Grace and Rolls as we're doing a couple stance down there. We do a do-si-do through the corners. We're throwing sliders tonight in Eldora.
Throwing sliders. 269 of James Grace now back up in front of the 17 of Rolls. Rolls back to the rear bumper, if you want to call that a bumper on a sprint car. Rolls a slider down here through the corners off of Ford. Does not have the bite off of there, as yellow flag going to fly once again here, Phil. Yellow flag number 3 at Eldora Speedway.
Yellow flag number 3, and it's going to precipitate immediately from the starter stand. We are going single file the rest of the night on the restarts. Caution flag number 3, and it looks like it may have, who's that? Is that Austin Griffey's 57 car that may be around back there and not? Also, I'm not sure if 23 got a piece. I see Ron Piles on the back of the field too, so not sure if both 3 of those cars got a piece, but Austin Griffey's 57, he definitely was pointed the wrong way.
Definitely not the quickest way around. Austin Griffey in the 57 machine trying to ride the wall. And man, he just gets pile drove after that as he went all by himself up on the wall, thinking the line was going to be faster up there, Phil. Got all four wheels up on the catch fence, and, well, that's not good for the 57 machine, creating back down to the track. And then around he goes, spinning around like a top.
Catch me before I fall. Oh, catch fences. Unfortunately there, number 57, Austin Griffey, up in the fence, and that is not where you want to be. We are having some fun out here tonight, live on Full Velocity TV. It's Friday night. Why not be loose here for Friday Night Lights here? Great race going out in Addicts 360 Sprint Car Series. Hope you guys are having a good time like we are out there, Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV, as we're getting ready to go here back to a restart, as Todd is driving me absolutely crazy, folks. I wish you could hear it because he's got the limbo going on back there. I'm not exactly sure where he's going. Todd is stuck in a time warp, and we're perfectly okay. But we're going to enjoy 360 sprint car action here at Eldora. Ernie Williams is going to lead the field back to turn 4. We go back to green flag racing. Single file, we are past halfway now. 21 laps going up on the board. We're under 20 to go here tonight in Eldora, Todd.
Yeah, 20 laps remaining here at Eldora Speedway, Rossburg, Ohio, as I go from singing different songs in Phil's ears to announcing the number 91 of Ernie Williams Jr. still leading the charge here. The 55 of Satterfield still running in second. Look at Skylar Brown with the run off the corner. Down the back straightaway, Skylar Brown down to the inside. Slide job maneuver on the 55 of Satterfield. Puts Skylar Brown to second. Satterfield drives back down to the bottom side, trying to pull a slider of his own through 1 and 2. Satterfield not going to be able to hold it there, as Skylar Brown able to stay in that loud pedal up on the top shelf of the speedway.
Those guys are going at it pretty good. We know who's going to be liking that. If he can see it behind him, Ernie Williams Jr. starting to pace his way away from the field, and that's exactly what you got to do. These guys get racing back there. You got to drive away. Skylar Brown now clear of Satterfield's 55 car. Skylar Brown starting to run down that Ernie Williams number 20 or 91 car down the straightaway as it was down to 3 car lengths until the yellow hanky comes back over the field once again for the 4th time here tonight, and it looks like the Tennessee Tumbler may have spilt a drink or two there, as it looks like old Brett Rolls maybe around, and ooh, do I see him upside down? I'm not quite sure, Todd. No, not upside down, but it was definitely Brett. Maybe he's just into announcing. We'll talk to announcer boy here later on about that.
Yeah, Brett Rolls tries to use the wall and the catch fence to his advantage again. He's thinking it's faster up there. I don't know if he didn't learn from the last guy that tried that. But again, around it shoots him back down in front. He goes tipping up on his side there like a leaner in horseshoes, Phil. And then he has to call for a tow truck. The 17 of Brett Rolls down on pit road.
One of these days, when somebody's up in the catch fence like that again, we need like the Titanic thing. We need some kind of dramatic music to even give us the moment. Maybe save the Titanic music for an accomplishment like winning a race. I mean, can we afford to pay the publishing on that, Todd? You think we can make that happen?
I don't know. I guess we'll have to talk to the people that created the song. We'll probably get dinged, just like the national anthem on YouTube. Unfortunately, we get dinged for that, as it's owned by somebody. Even the instrumental is owned by somebody, so copyright infringement. So we got to be careful about that. Maybe if we get a written consent form or something.
You know how we can fund this effort, Todd? Let's ask our viewing audience out there. You want to hear some music? How about some stars donations? Maybe that can help us pay the publishing rights to get some of these songs out here on the airwaves night after night. Maybe not get us in trouble. Off at turn number 4, they all go inside lane, single file. We go back to the green. Ernie Williams is going to lead the field now over Skylar Brown off at turn number 2 for the first time here on the restart. The racing is going on back there for 3rd. I see Satterfield in the 15 or 55 there. James Grace, Action Jackson in the 4. They go out at 3 wide, but that yellow silk comes back over the field once again on lap number 29. 5th yellow flag of the night here at the Eldora Speedways. Looks like it may have gotten Jack Clevenger again aboard car number 11. I believe is I think that's the 11 car that may have got him around.
Yeah, the 11, man, the inside wall upside down. The catch fence catches him. And a lazy roll over on top there, hanging there on his side. So flip count about 3 here tonight already, Phil, as the 11 of Clevenger, man, goes for a ride. It wasn't a real fast ride, but he went for a ride.
Whoa, whoa.
The mail has clicked in. Wow.
Oh, maybe the mail. Maybe a little hanging tough. You're going to be hanging up on them. I'm not exactly sure. We're trying to make this one go here. We're having a good time here. It's light on a Friday night, and
The mailman.
I don't know. I get we'll have to wait and see what the rest of this night takes us, but we're under 10 laps to go here at Eldora, so hopefully for the guys out there maybe still listening to us, Todd, are probably getting sick of our hijinks by now. They'll get rid of us here shortly here as this race has almost come to a conclusion. Looking over to the Facebook live chat, and we see Alan Mosley up there. Glad to see Alan out there. We see Joey Lamb was out there earlier. I've seen Eric Eichstadt, Jeff Marble, Andy Margot all check in. Hope you guys are all out there doing well. Friday Night Lights here live on Full Velocity TV, now racing on lap number 31 of 40, under 10 laps remaining, awaiting another restart here as they all get down close to the wall through 3 and 4. The iRacing.com pace truck surrenders for cover. We go back to green flag racing with Ernie Williams Jr. as he has all night long. He leads the field once again, Todd, to turn 1.
Yeah, Williams goes to the top shelf. Thought he was going to make a mistake, but he had a whale of a run there. It's Skylar Brown running in that second spot. Now here comes the 55 back down to the bottom. Satterfield side by side for the second spot, coming off of turn number 4. Again, Skylar Brown still holding on to the top side there, holding on to the second spot. The 55 with Satterfield, as I'm sitting here trying to lean with him, Phil, as they go through the corner.
Glad to know I'm not the only one leaning over in my seat trying to help these guys through the corner. That's pretty good right there. But yeah, Ernie Williams leading now. Skylar Brown off of turn number 2. Down the back chute, Keith Jackson. Oh, Action Jackson now up to third of the 4. Satterfield, first time all night, he's drop kicked outside with top 3, running 4th, and James Grace running out our top 5 as we're running out of laps here. Todd, next time by, we're going to put that knuckle down. 5 laps remaining for a race leader. Ernie Williams Jr. now this time off of 4.
Yeah, Skylar Brown made a little bit of contact to the outside wall there, Phil, as he was right there nipping at the heels of the number 91 machine as we have, like you said, 5 laps remaining here. Skylar Brown running in that second spot. Kenny tracked down Ernie Williams Jr. Keith Jackson running in third, fourth as Satterfield and James Grace rounds out your top 5 as they're running right now. It's Ernie Williams Jr. with the lead. Here comes Skylar Brown down to the inside. Slide job here on the number 91. Skylar Brown takes over the lead down the back straightaway. The 91 of Williams fires back to the inside. Another slider through 3 and 4. Skylar Brown back down to the inside. What a race for the lead.
Keep that grill warm, folks, but here's those steak ribs or chicken on it tonight. We are throwing sliders in Eldora in the closing laps with Skylar Brown and Ernie Williams Jr. This time off of turn number 4. Williams down to the inside. Skylar Brown going to hold on to the lead as he takes 2 to go.
Skylar Brown with the lead in that number 10 machine. About 5 car lengths separate between himself and Ernie Williams down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Williams firing back down to the inside, really driving it in deep. Off of corner number 4, white flag going to be in there for the number 10 is Skylar Brown on the top shelf of the speedway. Can he make it happen here tonight? Down the back straightaway for the final time into turn number 3. Will Williams have anything left for him? Nope, not going to be had. Skylar Brown going to take down the victory here in the number 10 machine. Williams going to finish up second. Third going to be Keith Jackson, Robert Satterfield, and Ted Light in the number 9 machine going to round out your top 5.
That was a lot of fun to watch right there, but a terrific job there, Todd, taking that call all the way to the finish. That's exactly what you guys can expect from Full Velocity TV. We're going to get excited. We're going to have some fun, and we're going to call these races better than anybody else out there is going to do. Great race tonight. Great win by Skylar Brown, picking up the win over Ernie Williams Jr. Keith Jackson of the 4-car, Todd, from 14th to 3rd. That's a hell of a ride out there for the 4-car. Robert Satterfield up for 4th. Ted Light 5th. James Grace, Austin Griffey, Terry Landis, Jeffrey Herrick, and Sean Bowers run out our top 10. 11th was Chris Cox. Kyle Monin was 12th. Jonathan Smith, 13th. Dylan Hutchison there, he was 14th. And Ron Piles runs out our top 15. 16th was Jack Clevenger. He was out of the race early on from that wreck in the fence. Brett Rolls and Scotty Edwards was our 18-car field out here tonight. Nobody better than the number 10 car of Skylar Brown, who we will talk to, a part of the Full Velocity TV post-race show coming up next here live from the Semantics Discord. Give us about 15 seconds. We'll be right back, ready to go here, talking about top 3. Back here live, Full Velocity TV, the post-race show over here at the Sim Addicts Discord. His Discord was totally being poopy to me here tonight, but I think we got this thing all squared away. We talked to first here, our third place finisher, car number 4, Action Jackson, Keith Jackson, coming tonight from 14th. Keith to finish up third. You had to pass an awful lot of race cars there with not a lot of time to do so. Tell us about that run up there through the...
Yellows helped out a lot. You guys wrecking each other helped out a lot too. If we could have got some more green flag laps in, it would have been a lot more fun. But I'll take spots where I can get them.
Absolutely right. If you didn't have the benefit of those early yellow flags and the field kind of starting to thin itself out, would you have anything else to run down? Would you have to catch up to those guys to finish up third, or were the yellows the big factor of that for you getting up here tonight on the pole?
Nah, it was yellows. I didn't really have not very good at Eldora, so those yellows all played into my favor pretty well. I was able to get some spots on restarts. It helped me out a lot.
Well, you did a heck of a job there tonight. I looked down and saw you buried down there in the starting grid, saw you struggle in the heat race, and I said, I know that 4 car. He was going to make something happen before this night is over, and Keith, he absolutely did. Up here to third, once again here on Full Velocity TV in the post-race show. I'm going to throw you the mic one more time. We're out there tonight, per usual, Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV, so anybody out there to say hello to or thank, the floor is all yours there, buddy. Take it away.
I thank the guys at Driven, Scotty, and thank you guys for putting this thing on, and Jeremy Freeman for the league, and hopefully talk to you again next week.
I like it, absolutely. Number 4, Action Jackson, Keith Jackson, bringing it home tonight aboard car number 4 in the third spot. We'll let Keith go down there and talk to the Driven guys some more and maybe get these things dialed in a little bit further here at the Eldora Speedway. We'll take a little bit further of a walk down pit road here, and we'll find the driver of car number 91, Mr. Ernie Williams Jr. He had a really good piece once again here tonight, picked up the win last week at the Knoxville Speedway, but we come over here to Eldora tonight, and Ernie finishes up in that second spot. And Ernie, that was a great run there you had all evening long, but you're going to talk to me about those last laps there. You and Skylar throwing sliders back and forth. That had to be a lot of fun, even if you do finish second.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Anytime you get around with Skylar side by side like that, it's always fun. I got into a wall a couple times, let him sneak up to me. He probably had a faster car than I did. I felt like I missed a setup, missed a gear a little bit, but I think if it had stayed green a little bit longer, he'd have probably caught me quicker. But I got into that wall with 5 to go, and I think that pretty much sealed it for him where he got close enough to me where he could stay to me then. And he just had a little better car than I did tonight.
And I guess sometimes it happens. You're always one of those guys up there, and Skylar Brown, he's no pushover, we all know. So a terrific run here tonight. Racetrack seemed to be in really good shape. But how much do those yellow flags help you? Because I think you said if you missed the gear a little bit, you got a longer green flag run. His car may have had some more speed. Did that help you stay up there with the lead as long as you did up there with those, the extended yellow flags we did?
Absolutely, yeah. I figured if we'd have had like a 7 to 10, 12 lap run, he'd have got around me during them times. But yeah, we couldn't get going there for 5, 6, or 7 laps, and we told caution. It just kept me up front. I could pull away because I had a little bit different gear than he did. But once we got going and he could get 3 laps building up some speed, he'd start catching me again. I could see him catching me. I could see my relative, and I knew he had a better car than I did. And like I said, when I got into the wall with 5 to go, and he come up to me, I pretty much knew he was going to get around me.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this guy right here, Mr. Ernie Williams Jr., class act all around, becoming one of my favorite interviews to do here week after week at the Sim Addicts. Ernie, congratulations, bud. A second-place finish as normal. We're live tonight with Full Velocity TV on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch TV. So anybody out there watching, friends, family, sponsors, teammates, take the floor, buddy. The floor is all yours. And thank you. We'd like to thank for getting you out here.
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout-out to the guys back at Black Diamond Motorsports. They help out a lot. Congratulations for Skylar on taking that victory, and Keith for third. You guys for doing the broadcast. You do a good broadcast. Can't wait to go back and watch it. And can't wait to see everybody next week. Hopefully we can talk again here.
Absolutely right, folks. There you have it. This guy's a gem right here. Car number 91. Ernie Williams Jr. finishing up second tonight here at the Eldora Speedway here in Rossburg, Ohio. But the fastest car out here tonight, arguably, and really made that thing pay off at the end. The driver of car number 10, Skylar Brown, he's going to be down there in victory lane with our buddy Todd Stanton, who I believe has made it down there track side and is waiting to see. Have you located Skylar down there yet, Todd?
Yeah, definitely down here in Definitely down here in victory lane with Skylar Brown, driver of the number 10 machine, taking down the victory here. And he was saying it himself there just a minute ago, Ernie was there, Skylar, that his gear choice was a little bit different than yours. And those longer runs, you were able to track him down. And that's what you were able to do there in that last portion of that event. Skylar, tell us about your race.
Yeah, I started off with a little bit of a higher gear in the heat race, and I knew it'd slick off, so I kind of went with a lower one. And with those cautions, with him being on a higher gear, he could, take off a little bit better than I could. So it'd take me a few laps to kind of catch him. But it seemed like every time I caught up to him and I was about to throw a slider or do something, a caution would come out, so I'd have to restart. And then there at the end, I kind of got lucky, and no yellows came out, so I was able to complete a pass and put it on the slab.
Yeah, definitely a fantastic showing for you here tonight, Skylar. I'm used to seeing you in the full fendered cars, but now out here in the sprint car here for the first time I've seen you here on Full Velocity TV in quite some time. But taking down the victory here tonight, I tell you, it looks like it's changed a little bit. This last build, it looked like this was all high side dominant, but it seems like some of these tracks have changed just a tad bit. Is that true? Is that the case here, Eldora?
Yeah, it just kind of depends on the car. I feel like in the late models, I think they kind of geared it and focused it more towards the late models, because on the late models, the racing is completely different. On the sprint stuff, I don't know, it's still kind of the same. It feels like the bottom kind of stays good for a little bit longer, but other than that, we still end up banging the wall, and and then some tracks it's still like USA and Knoxville and some other ones, Williams Grove, you still get bumps on the straightaways, so I think it still needs a little bit of work, but it's still fun.
Yeah, definitely fun here tonight, and definitely fun here tonight, taking home the victory here at Eldora Speedway. Skylar, I know you got some people you probably want to thank out there that's watching YouTube, Twitch, and our Facebook Live, so we're going to give you a microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank you. We'd like to thank you on Full Velocity TV.
I'd just like to thank Team VLR. Helped me out with some setups and stuff, and you guys for putting this on. I had nothing else to do on a Friday night, and earlier today I seen you guys racing, so I thought I'd jump in, and it was a good time, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely always a fun time here on Friday nights. I know my real racing will be coming up where I'm not going to be able to be out here on Friday nights with Phil, but it's been fantastic. It's been a fantastic season. Great to see you back out here, Skylar, and taking down a victory here on Full Velocity TV.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking up the win here, Rossburg, Ohio, Eldora Speedway, Skylar Brown, Addicts Racing, Phil, in the 360 sprint cars here this evening. Your cure for your Friday night fever. You call it Friday night lights. This is your cure for your Friday night fever to get that itch away. So, Phil, fantastic show once again here, Addicts Racing, and hopefully more to come here on Friday nights.
Absolutely right. And two of the best going toe-to-toe right there, Skylar Brown and Ernie Williams Jr. going at it for the race win of those closing laps. It does not get any better than that, and that is a perfect way to finish it up here live on a Friday night with Full Velocity TV. It's been a great week. It's been a long, exhausting week, but we're going to take a break here tomorrow night, as we always do Saturday night, and come back at you in a big way with a triple header. On Sunday night, we go over to 7 o'clock. We roll over to Stars on Dirt for 6 feature events over there, featuring the UMP Modifieds, the Super Late Models, and the Pro Late Models. So 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we roll off over there with Stars on Dirt. Then we switch gears over to DWR, Dirt Warrior Racing, the Sunday Night Shootout Series of the Street Stocks rolls off at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And then at about 10:30 p.m., we roll over to the Grassroots Racing Series. They return back to the airwaves this coming Sunday night at 10:30, a part of a big Full Velocity triple header. So you don't want to miss a minute of it. We'll see you back here Sunday night with more Full Velocity TV. Thanks to Todd, thanks to Martin, Josh, Jack, the entire cast of characters back here. Charles Wooten, can't forget him, and all of you out there for watching another great night of Full Velocity TV. We'll see you back here Sunday night. Have a great weekend, everybody.